What's up, good people? It's the Truth Is Podcast. And today's topic is a little something off the beaten path. So, my question for the podcast team is what qualifies somebody to preach? And my second, listen, and we're not talking about any particular religion. We're just saying, period. You could be from any religion, so let's put it out there. What qualifies somebody to preach? And do you find these days that people are more in tune with the preacher or the word? So, like, for instance, do people necessarily come to church just for that particular preacher and not really get what they're supposed to be there for? Or do you feel that people are more engaged with the word, what that preacher has to say? And again, we're not being religious specific. So, we're going to set this episode off with Pop.
Here we go. I'm on a rant. What qualifies someone to preach? Nothing qualifies anybody to preach. Everybody preaches.
Yeah.
If you, whatever religion you take part in, you love the Bible. I'm only going to speak about what I know about. You love the Bible. You can preach the word. Nobody has to necessarily call you to preach. Everybody, you should preach in a pulpit, out of a pulpit, at work, at home. Nothing can qualify you to preach. Now, the part that concerned me that you said is people want to hear just a special preacher. Now, that's where I go into my rant, where preachers are like the new rappers. Everybody wants to get in the pulpit, and everybody wants to be seen, and it's a I type of thing, which really concerns me. I'm going to a little rant, and then I'm gonna come back to my topic.
Okay.
Like today's time that we live in, everything is a I. What type of phone do you have? An iPhone. What type of iPad? What type of I? Everything's I. So then we come to preaching, and everything is I / me. Did you hear my word? I said that. Not God. God didn't speak it to them. They said it. They are anointed. Their word. They speak in tongues. They know. Their prophecy is not God's prophecy. Preachers have become the new rappers. They become the new hip thing to do. Everybody that can put words together wants to do it, but they don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to study. They don't want to pray. They don't want to fast. They don't want to live right. But they just want the glory. They just want the praise. They just want everybody to celebrate them.
Do you find now that everybody wants to preach? Everybody wants to open up a church?
Everybody wants to.
What is this fad? It's almost like it's the thing to do now. You know, is to open up a church, and I've never seen such craziness before in my life. You know, and instead of us opening a million little churches, how about let's get together? Bring it together.
Everybody wants to.
And build God's kingdom that way.
Preach on pulpits, preach online. Everybody wants to give you their 3 steps of how to be successful, and you read their life, and their life doesn't read of success. But you preaching, and people are following you because you're charismatic. Cause you can hum when you preach. Cause you can put words together, metaphors together, cliches together, and make them sound like something.
Right.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
No, it is. It is.
It's annoying, and they're always dropping the Cash App.
Wow.
Afterwards. Now, if you offended by this, check your heart. because I'm only talking about frauds. I'm not talking about genuine. But I seen you preach. God called you to preach, be a pastor, and I seen you selling paintings, selling hats, selling t-shirts, selling boots, selling dresses. What are you called to do? What are you called to do? People,
Wow.
as far as going into religion, as far as going into what I know about, people are leaving churches due to the show of preachers. And the people that are in church are just celebrating a guy that can put some words together. That's their God. That's their God.
Right.
Oh my God, you hear what he said?
But do you remember what he said like 2 days later?
Remember? Do
Yeah.
you know what he's
Did
doing?
that affect your life?
Do you know? Do you know how many lives he's ruined?
Oh.
Gonna step out of this.
Oh.
Gonna step out of this. Gonna be a hit on me if I'm not back next week. It's been a hit put out on me.
Yeah, I'm glad we're having this topic because it's been something I've been thinking about. Like, everybody, it's like God called you to be a pastor.
It was the title.
I'm in
It's
a
the
ranting
title.
It's the
mood.
title. And they don't really perform the functions of
No, it's more about building God's kingdom than opening up a church. It's about His kingdom. You know, and you can build God's kingdom without a four-wall building. You know, it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it that you want to be a preacher or a pastor because you don't want a regular job? I don't know. As shallow as that sounds, it's confusing to me. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Everybody.
Now let me backtrack. There are some people that are true to it.
There are. They are.
I would give a shout out to some people,
But then,
the ones that I don't
don't
give a
shout out. They're going to think
that
you're
I might have
talking about
forgot,
them.
they might think I'm talking about them.
Right, that's true. So don't start calling names.
Right.
Yeah.
This podcast, I want to go worldwide. So I'm not talking to the 30 preachers or the 20 preachers that I know. I'm not talking about. So don't be upset. I'm in a ranting mood. I'm sorry. Don't be upset because I decided that I wanted to be a part of a podcast and that I didn't want to be a preacher.
Wow.
Or that I wasn't called to preach. I was called to minister through a podcast and help people through a podcast.
Wow.
Sometimes it's through relationships. Sometimes it's just to show them to have fun. Don't be upset with me because I didn't say I was called to be a pastor. Don't be upset with me because I didn't say I need to find a pulpit. Don't belittle what I do. I'm in a
Gotcha.
ranting mood and I'm in a healing mood. So I have to let you know. So you can go ahead and subscribe now. You can go ahead and like it now. You can go ahead and share it now. Okay? Because what you're doing is fine. And what I'm doing, it's fine. Just listen to me
Yeah.
before you judge it.
Right.
Then you can go ahead and start your ministry podcast right behind me and know that I opened the door.
Wow.
Or I assisted in opening the door. We assisted in opening the door.
Wow.
Anybody else want to say anything?
No, go ahead, Pop. You know you're doing a masterful job.
But he's right though.
Yeah.
You are absolutely
No,
right.
I'm not
Pop.
trying to hurt any feelings,
No.
but foolishness has to stop. There's more ways to minister than to get in front of people.
You got more people leaving churches and just not have turned away from God because of the foolishness that's going on. You know, and it's hurtful. I don't understand it.
Right? And the only thing we do is, you know what we do? We say, hey, can you like? Can you subscribe? Could you share? We've never dropped a Cash App. We never asked for a donation.
No.
We never asked for $1.
No, just press a button.
Press a button, listen at least for 15 minutes.
Yeah. And hopefully something that we have said
Make
has
you wanna
changed
listen more.
and has changed your life. Or
Right.
give you something to think about.
Maybe you're going
You know,
through the same
but isn't
thing.
that what preaching is about though?
So, I don't know now. I think that's ministering, but preaching now.
Well, okay, let's
I might have spit on this
remove that
microphone
word.
a little bit.
Let's remove the word preaching, but ministering.
Yes.
It will be the same thing.
Right. When you're preaching, it's a form of ministering.
Well, some people will say, like, okay, everybody knows, all three of us, right? And one would say that, well, y'all don't talk about God enough. Okay. We don't know what your mission is. Is this a Christian podcast? What is it supposed to be? And I feel that we are effective.
I say to those people, comment, email us, and then watch if we talk about God in your situation.
Yeah.
Test us, try us. Because nobody wants to just hear a podcast and they going, Jesus, 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 Jesus.
And no change.
It's not attractive.
Yeah. No.
You got to bring some humor. You have to bring some type of personality.
Practicality.
To just to bring them in.
But to talk about life, real life, like after you take off that collar and those stilettos and you put that Bible down and you go home and you eat your dinner and you're talking to your wife and your friends and y'all talk about regular stuff. Life
so
stuff.
Serious like this.
That's all it is.
When you a Christian man and you get married, what type of music do you listen to when you make love?
Wow.
You putting on gospel music?
Holy, holy, holy.
Mr. Deepness? Huh? You putting on gospel music?
It's true. You listening to something.
Praise him? Somebody's getting up. And something's going down.
Oh, God.
No, I'm saying. These people
It's
are so
true.
deep. I don't want to say no more,
No, let's talk about it. It's something that needs to be
Talking real
talked
stuff,
about.
Pop. It's true. And people are tired of foolery.
Yeah.
People are tired of
Fakeness.
and
Just being fake.
because people are really going through something.
Yeah.
And at this point, nobody wants to go to church and deal with foolery. No, I need some life-changing and life-altering something said across the pulpit that's going to help me deal with my situation and help me look toward God or whoever or whatever you believe in. Look toward a higher power and know that it's going to be all right. Know that there's sun at the end of the tunnel. Like, there's light there.
Right.
You're not going to be stuck here forever. People want to hear that, but you get a lot of foolery a lot of times.
And also, you don't want to. I'm so tired of hearing churches against churches, because I choose to run my ministry the way I want to run it. I'm not doing it right because I'm not doing it the way you're doing yours.
Right.
Then I'm not doing it right because I didn't have church on Christmas Day. Something's wrong with that.
Right.
Well, Pop, it's okay if you have church on Christmas Day.
Right.
That's your business.
Right.
Your sheep's okay with it?
Right.
Are they upset about it?
You should know your sheep.
Yeah.
Right.
And the bottom line is that, you're supposed to be making sure that, families stay together and happy because, family make churches.
And at the end of the day,
What's the order?
What?
What's the order, Anita?
God first.
Yes.
Then family.
Yes.
If you're doing it any other way,
You're out of order. So, in my church, I would want my family, my sheep, to stay with their family, spend time with their family as much as they could, because then I have a healthy ministry. So you can't get mad at me if I say, you know what, today it's Christmas, so guess what? Be with your family. Love upon your family.
Healthy families build healthy churches.
Go ahead. You sounded like somebody I know. Who that?
Okay. Listen, I had a good pastor.
I had an excellent pastor. That's what I'm saying. And for
Love
those
God,
who don't
love
know
people.
who she
What?
who was she, Pop?
You know who she is.
Who was she, Pop?
You know who she is.
Bishop Michelle White.
That's who she is.
Okay.
That's who she is.
So we ain't even going to play with it.
Plus, this talk, what we do, I believe we talk about behind the curtain. in
Yes.
church. So people that say that it has nothing to do with church, we talk about what's happening behind the curtain.
curtains. Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going behind the curtain. There's a lot of people sitting in the audience that are being molested. there's a lot of husbands that's having sexual encounters that they shouldn't have,
Right.
whether with
Wives too.
a man or a woman.
Wives too.
Right. We are trying to address those things that are happening behind the curtain, that's happening, that maybe somebody like, oh, somebody else went through this.
Yes,
Okay,
Pop.
let me listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's sitting there over 45, like how I'm gonna start dating. Well, you
Yeah.
guys tune in.
Yeah.
Tune
How do I
in.
start that?
Yeah.
What do I have to look forward to?
Me, myself, I have no idea. Me, myself. But I'm sure. We can figure it out together.
We're going to figure it out because Anita and I have no idea neither. But we're going to figure it out.
We can throw some options out there. You
A
know?
how-to book. I don't know.
Somebody, listen, y'all help us. Y'all comment, send us
maybe
emails.
come on the podcast.
Listen, tell us how to do it, because
Yeah.
you know,
We
are
just
over
speculating,
40 and,
yeah.
we ain't dating.
Listen, I'm telling you. We try to
We
try
ain't
to help
dating.
you.
We trying to figure it out too. So let's figure it out together.
Yeah.
Give me some ideas.
Yeah. But you're right, Pop, behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do
Yeah,
here.
behind the
Stop
curtain.
criticizing.
Yeah.
We're not a joke. I mean, we're funny sometimes, but we're not here as a joke. We're here to try to reach out and get somebody
It's
to
not
listen. and-
purposeless what we're doing.
Right.
It's purposeful.
Whoa, y'all deep today. Y'all are
Not
deep.
as deep as you,
Yes,
Pop.
Repeat that.
Get out of here.
No, I got mixed up.
We're
I thought
not
you said.
purposeless.
I thought you said we not paperless. We gonna. You
Where
say
did
not.
that paper from? Oh my God! What happened to the deepness?
Yeah,
You
no,
just
no.
took everything. We're not purposeless.
Oh,
We're
purposeless.
purposeful.
There you go. I just wanted you to say it again.
I said it the same way before,
No,
Bob.
I said I wanted you to say it again. I just wanted you to repeat it again.
Oh.
So people will know.
Yeah,
That we
Full.
are not purposeless.
right.
We are purposeful.
We not just a bunch of people just ain't got nothing else to do. Cause God knows a Friday night I could be doing something. I could be turning up,
You know
Pop.
what I could be doing?
What you could be doing?
I could be sleeping.
Sleeping.
That's what I could be doing.
You know, I'm full of it because probably I'll be sleeping.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I could be sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm here for you guys. Here.
Yeah.
If you listen to me,
Not
listen to
professionals.
someone. No, we're not professional, nothing.
Yeah, just
No,
stop. Yeah.
People who've
I'm
been
a
through some
professional.
stuff.
I'm gonna tell you what I am. I'm a professional person that made mistakes. I'm a professional at making mistakes
Yeah.
and recovering from mistakes. And know how to seek help from mistakes.
And being honest
good,
about your mistakes.
That's what I am.
Yes.
That
Are
you
you
know
that?
you ain't by yourself.
Yeah.
Are you that?
We went through it, been through it.
Yeah. And,
You
and
hiding?
we're not afraid to share
And we
it and talk
survived
about
it.
it. Yeah. That's
That's
the whole
what's
that's
important.
what's
We
important and
survived.
that's the purpose. You know? But how many churches can say that? You know?
I don't know. And this guy, all of this from preaching? Wow, you guys didn't preach the service.
Well,
Purposeless.
purposeful.
Come on for purposeful. Listen, come on. I'm about to throw a cash app up here now. Just joking. I'm just joking.
No, but I feel like that's what it's about though.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Trying to reach somebody.
Yeah.
Wish I would have had somebody that I could just listen to quietly
I can
and
tune
say,
And
in.
you know what? Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Talking is therapy. You know, people walk around and they keep stuff balled up inside, but talking is therapy. When you get a chance to release it, it's a weight lifted. After you finish talking, you know, sometimes you gotta talk and laugh at it to
Right.
avoid from crying about it,
Right.
because some things people have been through some stuff. I've been through some stuff
Yeah.
that I could sit here and cry about right now, but
Yeah.
for what? It ain't
Yeah.
gonna fix it. It
Right.
ain't gonna change it. It's not gonna make it better. But
Yeah.
all I know is I'm on my road of recovery, my road of healing, and it took a lot for me to get here.
Right.
And so therefore, that's why they need to send us emails
and comment.
and comment on what you want to know and what you want to hear, because
Yeah.
we got a lot to say and we got a lot that we can put out there and we can share, because we're all open here.
And if we don't know, we can bring someone in that can help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got a lot of friends
Yeah.
in a lot of different arenas.
Yes. There could be definitely answering some questions.
Yeah. So talking is therapy, and I know that talking is therapy because first I had to talk to myself, then talk to somebody, and now I can talk to you.
Nice.
So comment, DM on Instagram, subscribe, like,
Email us.
email us at,
truthisIs1311@gmail.com.
and know this, I hope nobody was offended, and I love you all.